So this week started off a little crazy. Um, I awoke Sunday the 16th to no power. I had no electricity. Thankfully, I had charged my phone the night before because I normally will charge my phone like before I go to bed on Saturday night because I don't um I'm usually not charging my phone on Sunday morning. I'm usually using it, so because I'm getting like things uploaded, I'm like either watching something or something like that. And so anyway, um I was like, I can't like do my hair. I had to wash it. And like normally I started washing it and on Sunday morning and then I just like leave it because it's the day that I'm like the busiest, so I'm not as like concerned with my look. I'm more concerned with getting through the day. And so, like, that is fine. Like, it was fine. But, like, then I'm going, I normally take oatmeal for my lunch, and I was like, oh, I can't, like, leave the fridge open to, like, get milk. I already had opened the fridge to get my coffee for the morning because it was gonna be the last, like, bit of it. And I didn't want it to get gross in there and then like me have to deal with like a mess or whatever. So I'm like, well, I have to drink it. So I was like, well, that's gonna take a second, but to get the milk and then put it back, that's like extra movements, that's extra time for it to be open. So I didn't want to do that. So anyway, we made it through. But I was like hoping that it would come back for the evening because I was like, otherwise, I'm not gonna have anything to talk about. I'll be like, I have the performances, but which I mean, that's fine. Like, that's what's gonna be like for the Monday episodes. Almost every single time I'm gonna be working, it's gonna be very rare that I'm not. So that is gonna be how that goes. Which is fine. Like, that's basically why we're here. Like, we're not talking about the other stuff. We're talking about the actual like performances. That's what like my take is on it. Um so that that's fine. But I'm like I'm not ready for that yet. It's not time for that yet. But everything was fine. It did come back in the afternoon and everything was good. But um I wanted to be able to give the proper recap of episode 2. So um I hope that you guys are able to watch our last episode. And for the pre-show chat, I want to bring up, we talked a lot on the first episode, about, having Carrie Underwood join, the judges, which is great. So we had like the whole discussion, if you will, in our show gab, about I love Carrie Underwood. I'm a huge fan, and like I don't know like a ton of her, like a ton of her music, but I'm a fan. I enjoy what I have heard, and I like that they kind of told a little bit more of her kind of went down memory lane with her again, but that brought back something that I've had meant to talk about, um, but it actually seems like it really will work out. It really did work out. Oh my god, what the heck is with me today? It really did work out that I saved it for today because somebody else who was on season 4 and made it to the top 5. He was in 5th place. Is somebody from my home state, Scott Sable. If you guys look up Scott Sable, he is still doing a little bit of like his main touring. Like he's doing some stuff. And like he does post like on Instagram, and he actually came to the store where I work. I was like, is that him? And then we made eye contact and like smiled, and like I could have swore. And then when I went home, I was like, oh my god, I could have said hi. If I see him again, I'm gonna try and get a picture if he'll be okay with that. Because like I was a big fan when he was on there, and went to see him at a mall show right after, and also talked with him, and it was really cool. But yeah, so he is somebody from season 4 as well. There were a couple people in season 4 that were like a big deal. I believe Chris Daughtry. Was Chris Daughtry in season 4? Or was that season 5? Talk about a shocking elimination. That was season 4. That was a shocking elimination. We want to talk about shocking eliminations on here as well. I was like, what? Everybody was dumbfounded. Like, could not believe it. Could not. But he certainly made it. Big fan of his as well. So, it's interesting the seasons that so much talent came out of. And season 4 was one of them. Season 4 was one of the good ones, guys. But now I want to transition into actually talking about this week's episode. Well, it's not going to be this week's episode when you're watching. It's going to be last week's, but the recent episode. I have a lot of favorites this week. Like, I'm making up for last week not having that many like favorites. This week there are so many. I hope I have enough time to get through them. Okay, so first of all, we had Victor Solomon, who sang Hello, like, from Lionel Richie. The notes that he was hitting, I did not know one could sing those notes. Beautiful. So well done. So well done. The polish was, yes. And I just think it takes a lot to, like, do someone's song in front of them. And we've seen it, before. That's not new. It's just anytime that's impressive. That is impressive. And I I just really think that anytime somebody is doing that, you have to know what you're doing. And he clearly knew what he was doing. And Lionel just loved it. And I think that's what really makes the whole process of it special, is when you can see that the person who originally did the song loved it. And I love that he said, oh, that wasn't my song anymore, that was, he made it his own. And I really loved that he said that, because that's going to be a great feeling for him after he sees that audition back. If he didn't already see it, getting to hear him say that is going to be really nice for him. And it was really good. It was really, really good. I think that he is going to be a front runner. I think that it's going to be interesting to see. Next up was Isaiah Moore, who did an original song. Very, very good. Some of them, I wrote them down because they were good auditions, but they didn't necessarily stick out to me. But I wrote them down because I think they're people that we're going to want to watch in the future. So, and, Simon always used to say, you don't want to be forgettable. I don't want to forget what you did. But sometimes in the mix of things, you will kind of forget. And then later you're like, yeah, that's right. But I wrote it down anyway. Next one, wasn't forgetting her. This was Michaela Bautista, who sang Saving All My Love for You by Whitney Houston. And when she said that, I was like, because every single person wants to sing Whitney, and it's just, but it was perfect. It was so, what's the word I'm searching for? Like, relaxed. It wasn't forced. It was effortless. It was light. It was airy. It was everything you need, and very simplistic, not garish in any way. Very, very well done. Again, somebody that I think we're going to want to watch in the future. I think somebody that, even if she doesn't necessarily continue on in the competition, or, should something happen where she, doesn't perform to the liking of the voters, she'll still, I think, go far. And I think that it's a testament to how well she did so far. Next, we had MKY. I don't know if that's how you say it, and he sang a Smokey Robinson song, Baby Baby, and played on the guitar, and like, wait. First of all, I was like, I did not realize that's who sang the song originally. But then I was like, wow, so well done. It was so, again, effortless. Just playing good old music. Not even, like, not forcing it. Again, just, like, not forcing it. And that is so important. Yes, I was so glad. Then next we had Josh King, who did Somewhere Over the Rainbow. I have a bone to pick about this because every single season we have somebody who is like, oh, I played on a cruise ship, or I played in a cabaret, or I played in this production of this performance of this Broadway musical, and blah, blah, blah. And the judges pick them apart and they're like, don't do this, don't do that, stop doing this. Listen, leave him alone because that was incredible. And like, they made him do all these things, and it was like, look, just leave it alone. Say yes, let him go. Even if he doesn't make it all the way in the competition, the exposure to those like me who love that style of music, we're gonna love that. We're gonna have so much fun with that, and we're gonna be able to hear more of his own music as he gains the status to do what he needs to do. So, why are you bothering him and telling him to stop doing things that are like insane and wonderful and like every single time? And it's so annoying. It's so annoying. But I mean, I also get it that they're trying to help the person make it in the competition, and you know, that's something that maybe we'll touch on again in another episode because I don't want to harp on it too much. You know what? I am gonna go there. I am gonna go there because here's the thing. They didn't do it in the same way, but they did it with Philip Phillips where they were like, oh, well, you have to dress this way, and you have to sing this way, and you have to smile this way. And he was like, with all due respect, I don't remember exactly what he said, but basically, with all due respect, if I want to wear the gray shirt, I'm going to wear a gray shirt. If I want to sing like this, I'm going to sing like this because it's who I am. And I don't want to not be who I am, because if I'm not who I am, I'm not who my fans like, and I'm not authentic. That is why I voted for him, and that is why I still love his music, and that is why I think that he does so well. You have a situation like Emmy Russell from last season who needed that push to be like, it's okay to get excited. It's okay to, have a little fun, with the song choices, and it's okay to, and that's different. That's different. That's, encouraging someone. That's different. But like, when you have somebody who you're like, don't sing like you, that's not, no. No, if he wants to play those extra notes on that piano, let him play them because they are beautiful. If he wants to sing differently, let him. Like, let it happen, and I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just because I like a certain kind of music, and I don't necessarily get into the pop style completely, especially modern. I'm not a modern girl, not into that style of music, but, it just, it kind of struck a nerve with me. I gotta be honest, it kind of struck a nerve with me, and so many people will agree, and so many people will disagree, and I get that. And, people who have been in the competition, they know, and, I know Carrie Underwood knows, and the way she was about it was a little more surprising to me because I would have thought she would have been like, well, leave him alone, but I don't know. I don't know. Oh my. but it was incredible nonetheless. And he made it, so that's what matters. Yeah. And moving on, we had LaShawn. She wrote an original song about her mother. Like, do we remember Wayani from last season? Do we remember the crowd in Hollywood Week singing her song back to her and her crying? And then now it's like, it's on my playlist, and every time it plays, I'm like, because it's so good. I have a ton of her music on my playlist, but yeah. This girl was so good. So good. I was not sure at first what to think, and then hearing her story, I was like, oh, I hope she's good. She was incredible. She was incredible. So, so good. Just amazing. Amazing job. Could not have performed better. I mean, it was just amazing. And just something that I think people will remember. Um, you have the memorable performances from auditions like William Hung, where it was just so cute and adorable, and then you have ones like this that are like Alejandro, who I remember him coming in and talking about, like, basically he wasn't living anywhere at the moment, and then he plays this amazing song, and I'm sitting on the couch sobbing. like just fully sobbing, could not stop crying, and was just like blown away by him. And this was something that you could tell it was so special to her, and then also it was so well done. And I think that's something that, for me, like with the original songs, this one was good. This one was so fun. And you had the first guy who did a song. Now that I'm like going back over it, I'm remembering he wrote a song for his brother, which was really good, and the story was beautiful. That about his mom and everything, and sad about his brother, and it's like that was special in a different way, because that was a sentimental, not sentimental, like more of a, like a different kind of honor. That was an honor that he was trying to put out for the sake of, it sounded like he lost him, and I felt so bad. And then, for her, it was honoring her mom, doing all the things that she did for the family. And I just think that was just so beautiful. And I'm excited to see what else she does. I think, again, I think I mentioned this last episode, but like certain people, you go, oh, they're not going to make it past Hollywood Week because you have the pressure, you have group rounds, you have so many things that could go wrong, and there are just some people who can't handle the pressure. But something tells me she can handle the pressure, and I think it's going to be good. And with this last one that I'm kind of going to transition into, I want to talk about what I think about the platinum tickets because I didn't bring up the platinum ticket thing, and that was my remiss. I don't remember who got. I know somebody got one in the first episode, but now I don't remember who. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure didn't they? Didn't somebody? I don't remember. But um the platinum ticket is what the judges give to people that they think are exceptionally talented, and basically they get to sit out, I believe, the first round of Hollywood Week. I think they get like their own round. If I remember correctly, they don't have to do that one thing where like they come in and they do an acapella thing. I think that's what they do. I don't remember exactly. But it's basically that. And then basically they're like the elite. Like they're basically like the career tributes in Hunger Games. Like they're the ones that like people are scared of. And in some ways I agree. But like when that one girl, what is her name? Hunter girl, when she got a platinum ticket, and I wasn't expecting her to get one because honestly, I felt like people weren't gonna like her. I did. Personally, I did. I thought her story was really interesting, singing with the vets and, helping them recover through music. I think that's incredible. And, I thought her sort of, not persona, but like her vibe was fun and very cool. And she did a really good job. But like, the fact that they gave her a platinum ticket was like, wasn't expecting that. Um, because of her vibe and because of her thing. So like, it's funny because as much as I think the platinum tickets are cool, it doesn't really always make sense. Having said that, I did put down the last contestant of the day, which was Philo. So, I mean, I think he was good, but I basically knew that he was going to get a platinum ticket because I saw on New Year's Eve, um, or New Year's Day, I think it was when I saw it, because I didn't watch the thing. It was on the American Idol YouTube page. I saw that they did the New Year's thing on New Year's Eve where they gave him the platinum ticket, and I, seeing the audition, I thought it was good, but I feel like if he doesn't rein it in, he's gonna become one of those people that people don't like. He's gonna become one of those people that people go, he just does too much. I feel like a lot of these type of vocalists, they go on to these shows and then they do their audition piece, and it's really good, and it's strong, and it's exciting, and everybody's, shouting and clapping. And so they just do that energy every single time instead of ebbing and flowing and being like, okay, so I want to rein it in. I want to be, you know, something multifaceted. I want to have that levels that bring the emotion like that was, like shooting out a cannon. But you don't have to do that every time. And I think sometimes that's where those performers end up losing the votes in the long run because they think they have to do that every single time. It's just something that I disagree with. I'm not a professional. I'm not a, trained musician by any stretch of the imagination, but I do know that, dynamics are important. And I think that's part of dynamics is knowing that you can't always be on that level. There were a couple people last season who were like that, and I at first was like, yes, but then it just got to the point where it was like, okay, calm down because this is too much. Like, I don't know, it didn't resonate with me. I also didn't feel like it was maybe because I wasn't in the room, but I didn't feel like it was meriting what was being given. I feel like it was a little flat at points. I feel like it dropped off. Like it started well, um, and then it just kind of skyrocketed and hit the ceiling, I think. And there was nowhere for him to go. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm like not hearing what they're hearing. I don't know, but um I just think that you have to have uh it's almost like when you talk with no filter. Like it's almost like, those people who just like they will literally say whatever comes to mind. Like, do you know who I'm talking? Like, you probably have like a person in mind when I say that, but like, they will literally, like, it doesn't even matter. Like, they will just say it. That's how I feel about people who sing like that. Like, they just keep doing it, they just keep pushing. And I think sometimes it's a good thing to push it. Like certain performances, they need it. Like for that, that's fine. For that, that's fine. That's your audition piece. You are fighting to get a spot. Okay, that's fine. And I could see, if you're, you know, um, like going for the top 10 or you're going for, you know, what's the most important year of your life and you're singing a song from that year and you're telling an amazing passionate story and then you sing a song that goes with that story and then like that's one thing, but like I don't want to hear that singing like the circle of life from Lion King, like I don't want to hear that singing like a Katy Perry song because because it's Katy Perry week. Whatever the like I don't want to keep hearing that every single week. And so it's hard because it's like you want to like the talent and go for the talent. Yeah, but it's like I just think that's going to fade out and when you hit the gas too hard, your car is going to fishtail. Same thing with your like vocals if you crash out. Yeah. And I'm not saying crash out like people say now that I don't even get that. That's like annoying. I'm talking like when you top off, you top out, you hit the ceiling. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. And somebody who talks about that is JoJo. I love how she puts that. And I agree. So We'll see. And I've been talking way too long, and I'm so sorry. But yeah, so I'm interested to see what he's gonna do, if he's gonna rein it in. Um I mean, same with the first guy, honestly. Like, let's be fair. Same with the first guy. So let's see what happens in this coming episode tonight that you guys are gonna be watching. Well, I hope you're watching on Sunday because this is when I'm uploading. I upload every Sunday. Um, unless I take a hiatus, which I'm not now because I am doing American Idol. So, yeah. And another quick update before I go. I did catch the first episode with Clark Beckham. And there wasn't much to go on, obviously, because it was a pretty tame episode. But I honestly disagreed with a lot of what he said, and I hate saying that because I love him and I think he's such a great artist. I just didn't agree with him. I felt like maybe I missed something, but I didn't agree with what he said. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you ever come across this video, I love you. I think you're an amazing artist. Your piano playing is like my brain explodes when I hear you play piano. And the singing, shut up. For real. No. No way. You are amazing. I can't. But I don't know why. I don't know why this episode I was like, I don't know. I didn't feel it. I wasn't feeling it. Is it me? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just there. It's so funny. The people that are really impacting me this year are like the weirdest people. Like how I said last week with Insight. Why was I like, this is amazing? Why? Like, what? I don't know, but we're gonna see what happens because episode 2 was packed with talent, in my opinion, and I'm excited to see what episode 3 is going to bring. And let's get ready and have fun and tune in next week.